Good morning, everybody. Congratulations, you made it through to the Friday. The Friday? Yeah, that's right. It's time to party. We've hit the weekend. Before we do get into the latest crypto news, if you are enjoying these daily videos, be sure to hit the like button, drop me a comment, and please do subscribe. Now, let's start off with the biggest story of today. Now, the biggest story comes from MicroStrategy. And why are we talking about MicroStrategy? Because they've just bought another $5.9 million worth of Bitcoin, bringing their total holdings to, get this, $6.6 billion. Now, of course, MicroStrategy has been a long-term supporter of Bitcoin for so long. Many would say that Michael Saylor, who owns MicroStrategy, is Mr. Bitcoin. His support for it has been unbelievable. He is probably the biggest spokesman right now for Bitcoin. He speaks at many conferences around the world and frankly shows everybody why he loves it so much. Their significant amount of funds in Bitcoin, it's eye-opening to say the least, at $6.6 billion. One of the largest holders, corporate holders of crypto in the world have just doubled down. Well, I say doubled down. They've topped up their bag and bought this little dip. Or is it a dip? I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Now, the next story is from Cristiano Ronaldo. Yesterday, we brought to you that he is facing charges of up to $1 billion, and this is because of a class action lawsuit over his Binance NFTs. Now, the federal courts in America, actually in Florida, alleges that Ronaldo promoted Binance and it was deceptive and unlawful. Now, this is terrible timing because Binance have clearly had huge, significant pressures from the SEC, and this saw that CZ stood down and is now facing criminal convictions and criminal charges, of which we'll find out the full extent of them around February next year. But what we saw what happened with FTX, and when celebrities were getting pursued by authorities and groups of people, they were getting successful win ratios in those court cases. I anticipate Ronaldo to get a fine. It's going to be very interesting. Let's see exactly what happens, but what you will say is he's going to have an incredible legal team, so let's see how this one plays out. The next story is from the president of Colombia, Gustavo Petro, officially owns Bitcoin. Now, this is a tremendous story. Another South American leader or country coming out being very supportive of cryptocurrency, and it could become yet another adoption saga within the South American region. Now, while several other countries in the region look to cryptocurrencies in a very positive light, El Salvador, a Latin American country, clearly it took Bitcoin as its legal tender in 2021. However, there is still some anticipation around what could come next. We've seen in Argentina the new news stories coming out around the elections and their president's new beliefs around digital currencies and cryptocurrencies. It's going to be very interesting and exciting to see what happens. The question is, can South America become the next or the future hub for cryptocurrency? You would say there's an air of excitement around its activity, so let's see what happens. The next story is from the United Nations. Now, they are going to be upskilling thousands of its staff in blockchain technology tech, which is very important in my opinion. Now, they are going to be working in over 170 countries, and they want to upskill 22,000 staff on distributed ledger technology. This is a huge step forward, especially if you are an XRP and Ripple fan. And why is it a huge story? Because the UN is an internationally recognized source of goodness. They provide so much needed resources to those in need around the world, and clearly upskilling people to be able to, provide education around finance is instrumental in the future of what we believe in. Now, this is breaking news from the Algorand Foundation. The UNDP has partnered with the Algorand Foundation to launch the Algorand Blockchain Academy, and they are going to be helping deliver this thing, and it's going to be an absolutely awesome initiative. You know me, I'm very passionate about education. This is awesome. Congratulations to Algorand community project, and of course the UN. You're going to impact so many lives. 22,000 staff trained. Incredible. Well done. The next story is from Circle. They have come out and cut ties with Justin Sun. The official statement says Circle has terminated all accounts held by Justin Sun and his affiliate companies this year. The company made the announcement in a letter to the Campaign of Accountability, the CFA, which had accused Circle of facilitating, financing and banking individuals linked to terrorist organisations such as Hamas and Hezbollah. Now, Circle denied the CFA's allegations and stated that it does not facilitate or finance any illicit actors, and the company also said that it's subject to multiple regulatory regimes that focus on anti-money laundering kind of practices and the financing of terrorism. Now, this is weirdly timed because in the last week we've seen a lot of FUD coming around Justin Sun and the future of who could be next. And I mean, that is the way that we're thinking in the crypto space next. Who's the next person to become the biggest villain? Let's see. This is a very brief news story. I wanted to bring it to your attention. It's come from coinpedia.org. Not the most reliable, but not also the worst. So take this with a pinch of salt, but let's see how this one plays out. The next story comes from Cointelegraph. Now, courts are going to provide good guidance for crypto, according to the CFTC commissioner. Now, Kristen Johnson proposed several potential paths for the handling of digital assets in the United States through Congress. And they believe that via enforcement, we will see a clearer path when it comes to cryptocurrencies in the future. Now, to me, this goes against my personal beliefs. I believe in support rather than enforcement. It delivers a brighter future. I think traditionally when you've seen organisations and countries put their foot down to things, you get a rebellion and you get people going extremely yes or extremely no to those rules. We want people to be supported into the right way, and to me this isn't a positive step. But let's see. These American guys, I don't know what they're doing. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin, we have just broken above the top of the range of which we are monitoring. As you can see, we've been bang on, so congratulations, guys, at the top of that range. Reminder, the top of the range is $38,000. Currently, we're at $38,156. The bottom of the range seems like a long way away right now, but let's stay tuned. It's $35,300. Let's see what today brings. I anticipate us to bounce along this top of the range for a little while. Of course, not financial advice, but the star performer has been Ethereum. You can see this huge 4-hour candle here. Reminder, the top of the chart here, the top of the range, sorry, is $2,177, and the bottom of the range is $1,960. Current price of Ethereum is $2,092. Above average, above the middle, we could see a challenge, and you know what? The key number for me is $2,120. If we can break above that, we've got a chance of testing the upper of this range. If not, we could sideways trade for a little while because, frankly, there's not too much exciting happening just yet, but stay tuned. Let's have a look at the Fear and Greed Index. It's currently at 70, slight decrease from yesterday, but it's very interesting. Even though we've got a 1-point decrease on the Fear and Greed Index, which suggests less buying pressure, the global cryptocurrency market cap is up 1.01% at $1.44 trillion. Now, let's just recap the numbers in general. Bitcoin in the last 24 hours is up 0.67%. Ethereum, star of the day in my opinion, is up 2.86%. BNB is up over 0.5%. XRP is up 0.87%. Solana is up under 0.5%. Cardano is up 0.3%, Dogecoin up 3.19%, and you know what, I'm feeling pretty positive. How is Crypto Bubbles looking? As you can tell, it is looking like a mighty green Friday today. A nice way to start the weekend, possibly, and when I'm looking at Crypto Bubbles, I'm looking for opportunity. When I'm seeing projects going up significantly, I'm looking for short in options. If I'm seeing them going down significantly, I'm looking for long in options. Not financial advice, that is just a way that I look to visually get on top of things and trade easier, and for me it has been relatively successful, but of course I've been wrecked several times too. Now, I've really enjoyed bringing you these daily videos back again consistently, and baby, we are back. If you are enjoying them, be sure to hit that like button, drop me a comment, and please do subscribe because it does mean a lot to me. And believe it or not, this week we could cross 15,000 subscribers, and that's thanks to you. Be sure to hit that like button, drop me a comment, and please do subscribe. Let's go.